Mic check, mic check. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is qualifying ahead of the 2022 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. If you are new to this channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, then get yourself subscribed because, well, I usually say I'm live for every race. This is the last race tomorrow. It's the last one of the season. Apologies if my voice is weird. I've got the biggest ulcer in the world on my tongue. It is just grim. So if it sounds a bit like that, you have to forgive me. It feels like my tongue is 3 times bigger. So yeah, we're struggling along. We're struggling along. We're struggling along, but we're all right. Yeah, here we are. Quali, final round. What are we saying? Let me turn down the music. The pole dancing, dear lad. Oh mate. It was a bit of a heavy one. Well, we just about made it. We just about made it here today, I tell you what. It was touch and go. Right. Oh, Vettel's asleep in the car. What's he doing? No, he always does that, doesn't he? A bit of like a meditation thing. Sebastian Vettel's final ever qualifying session as well. But yeah, welcome in SHT, Chris Poundcoin. EP3, no chance, Chris. Yeah, that was a write-off. Let me just. That seems a bit weird. Let me just go like that. Yeah, no, FP3, no chance. We barely made it for this, Chris. You know, so. Who's snoozing at work? Yeah, exactly, exactly. I was on the snooze one there. I don't think I missed much in practice 3. You know, so let's not worry about what we've missed. Now we get to the real stuff anyway. Now we get to the real stuff, so. I have heard that Ferrari are struggling a bit for pace. Yeah, that's the one thing I've heard about FP3 SHT is that Lewis Hamilton was overtaking cars. And just as the red flag came out, and he's got away with one there, by the looks of it. Stewards have been, you know, a little bit lenient there. Look at Mick Schumacher with the Sebastian Vettel helmet. Everyone, Sebastian Vettel's going to be driving for every team here because everyone's got tribute helmets. I know Alonso's got a tribute helmet as well. They all look like Vettel. But yes, welcoming Tax. Snooze was snoozing. No penalty. Yes, Lewis, welcome in, mate. How we doing? Ocon's incident is all quite weird. I've not seen that. I've not seen that. What happened to Ocon? Here we go. Qualifying time. Hey, that live chat thing in the corner's well delayed, isn't it? What's going on with that? I do know. Right, let's see if this live bloody thing's working. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, here we go. Can we see cars on track? Let me have a Norbert Vettel with the applause. Is that the right colours? Is that better? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, new lads. Oh, what's going on with my jumper there? I'm fading away. But yeah, Q1's underway, if you don't know. qualifying's in 3 parts: Q1, Q2, and Q3. So Q1 is just about getting rid of the bottom 5, the slowest 5 drivers. Aim being to be in that top 15 to get through to Q2. And then at the end of Q2, we knock out 11th through 15th. And the top 10 fight it out for pole position in Q3. So we are already 2 minutes into Q1, and we've already got them queuing up at like 10 mile an hour to start a first flying lap, which is doesn't sound great. Yeah, it's only the out lap. Was he? Is he purple? Was it in sector 1 on the out lap? Go on, Nicky Latifi, lad. Can we see the cars? Some of them are a bit dark, aren't they? See, Latifi, Magnussen, Schumacher out on track. They stand out on the map, don't they, in Albon? But Tsunoda and Stroll and Gasly, you're in a bit of a... Anyway, what do we think? This is what I'm thinking of having the streams looking like for next season, or something like this. The thing is, these timing boards don't look as good as the ones from the F1 website. The ones from the F1 website, the fonts, it just looks better. Like the typeface is better. The styling of the F1 website is better. But they haven't got this. They haven't got the live GPS thing, or if they have, it's like a subscription thing. I don't know, but they haven't got the live GPS, so. You know, it's a bit of give and take. But anyway, yeah, we're on board Sebastian Vettel then. On the second sector 2. And yeah, he's going to be the first one to set a lap time then. He's coming around the remodeled final sector in Abu Dhabi. Remodeled before the race last year. And yeah, it makes that second to last corner almost flat out, and Vettel crosses the line then. But Tsunoda and Stroll gone quicker. So it is Tsunoda, Stroll, Vettel, Gasly. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. Oh my God, Schumacher with the full opposite lock coming round the... drifting round the final corner and goes P2, Mick Schumacher. Here comes Kevin Magnussen then, round the final corner as well. In the Haas. Go on then, Kevin. Pole last week. Can he do it this week? Imagine. Imagine the odds on a back-to-back Kevin Magnussen pole position. Now, it'd be 1,000,000 to 1, this. And there's his dad there. In the garage. They're going to do Le Mans together. Kevin and Jan Magnussen. That's mint, that. They're going to do Le Mans. Right, we'll definitely do Le Mans watch-along next season, next May. Definitely. Kevin Magnussen's in it with his dad in the same team. You will definitely do Le Mans. I don't know how, whether it's split it up into like 3 streams or one huge 24-hour stream, but that would be an absolute graft. Hello, Deadlock. Welcome in, mate. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Nicky to start off the session. Yeah, listen, we've got a Tsunoda, Schumacher, Stroll 1, 2, 3 at the minute, so stop the clock, I say. Yeah, we've not. Yeah, Mercedes and Alpine haven't set a proper lap time yet. Well, neither is half the grid, to be fair. Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren haven't either, and Alfa Romeo. So they're going to get on with it. 12 minutes to go. How are we, Ernesto? Welcome in, mate. Welcome to the stream. Marcel Jacobs. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I do not know who Marcel Jacobs is. But he's in the Ferrari garage anyway. He's seen some sort of big Donny celebrity. He's going to be great, Deadlock. Who's going to get pole? What's your predictions, guys? I got Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah. No, I'd like to see Mercedes get pole. I'd like to see Lewis get it. But realistically, I don't know how close they are to Red Bull. And Ferrari seem a little bit off it, so I'm not sure I'll back the Charles Leclerc pole today, even though he's had a good, he's had a decent slug of pole positions, hasn't he, Charles Leclerc? But I'm not sure I'll back Ferrari this weekend. They're not looking great so far, but this is where it really matters. You can be slow in FP1, FP2, FP3, but if you can pull it together in quali, none of that matters. This is where it really does matter. Bottas also competing in Race of Champions event. Line up alongside Mika Hakkinen. Wow. Race of Champions. Yeah, I've never really watched that. I've only ever seen like clips from Race of Champions. I've never like watched it from, you know what I mean? Like purposely tuned in and watched it from beginning to end. It's good fun, isn't it? They get all kinds of drivers on there, don't they? Rally drivers and all the rest of it. Anyway, Leclerc goes P1 then on a 1:25.1. It's near enough a full second quicker than the whole field so far, but he's the first one of the top guys to set a proper lap time with 10 minutes to go in Q1. Remember, this is all about getting rid of that bottom 5, so it's just about being in that top 15 just to go through. And Perez goes 4/10 quicker than Leclerc then. So it is now Perez, Leclerc 1-2 as we see Lando Norris coming around the final sector then. I think that second to last corner is flat out after the remodelling. And Verstappen's gone purple sector 1, but Norris crosses the line P3 then. So it's now Perez, Leclerc, Norris. Norris 3/4 of a second off the pace. Not too bad, I suppose, but yeah. Leclerc pole for now. I don't back it deadlock from the pace we've seen in practice. I'm not sure about Ferrari. I think Mercedes beat Ferrari. But can Mercedes beat Red Bull? Can Lewis beat Max in this qualifying set? I want to see Lewis on pole. I'd like to see that. Yellow flag sector 3. Someone went off circuit and rejoined because it's green flag again. And here comes Lewis to the line then to set his first lap time. Only P5 for Lewis Hamilton. A 1:25. It went off the screen. What did he set? A 1:25.5. It does seem pretty live. I was seeing if how live is live. You know what I mean? Compared to what I'm watching, to what this board is saying and this board is saying. It looks pretty bang on, to be fair. It looks pretty bang on. So get in. Replay with Charles Leclerc. I know he went too wide coming out of the. Can you even call it a hairpin anymore? Well, I thought it'd be turn 6 originally, but what would that hairpin be now? Turn 3? No, turn 4. You go to turn 1 and then 2, 3. Is a hairpin turn 4? It's not even a hairpin, really. But yeah, Leclerc going too wide on that exit curb, and surely you get your lap time deleted for that as well. Verstappen complaining of a broken headrest, which is unusual. Does anyone remember when Hamilton had that loose headrest in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, like 2019 or 18? I want to say like 2018. In Baku, his headrest was coming off. He had to, and he was leading the race, I think, as well. And he was like literally driving down the, driving around 200 mile an hour around Baku, holding the headrest in. They had to pit and change it. Yeah, nightmare. I think that'd give Ricciardo the win that year. That's the only other time I've seen a loose headrest. But yeah, Verstappen complaining about something similar as Gasly goes P11 with 7 minutes to go in Q1. Alonso across the line goes P12. Not fantastic, that 1.1 seconds off the pace. The Alpine. Ocon then Latifi for pole. Yeah, Ocon then Latifi. Yeah, damn right. I take that as a front row. Yeah, Ocon Latifi front row, Chris. Yeah, I reckon. Get a pound on that, Chris. And then when you get your yacht in Monaco, get me one as well. This one, taking it easy. Yeah, Ernesto. Take it easy, mate. Nice one. Yeah. Vettel will also be doing Race of Champions event January 23, Team Germany. Oh, Mick teams up with him. You know, yeah. Seb and Mick for Team Germany. I think did they do that last year? Seb and Mick. I feel like they did. I feel like it was Seb and Mick before. Team Germany, yeah. Is that what you reckon, Alex? Yeah, I'll go for that as a front row, Alex, yeah. Is that what you're thinking? Lewis pole, Verstappen second. That would be interesting. Yeah, that would be very interesting going into the race. You know what I mean? Turn 1, don't miss that one. You know what I mean? Turn 1, ooh. Do you know what? I saw an article. Shout out racefans.net, best F1 site in the world. But yeah, I saw an article on there. They've crashed 10 times. Hamilton and Verstappen have crashed into each other 10 times. That's ridiculous. It's virtually every time they go wheel to wheel, there's contact. Virtually. It's crazy that they've crashed into each other 10 times. You know what I mean? Verstappen's only been in at the front for like 3-4 years. That's crazy. In my favourite, Alex, a guy who ain't gonna be here next year. My favourite driver's Mick. Yeah, Mick Schumacher. Because his dad. I assume on the face of it, that seems like a weird one. Like, why Mick? And it's because his dad was my childhood hero. So Mick is, I don't know, it's kind of, I've got an emotional connection because his dad was you know, I grew up watching his dad win championships. So now that his son's there, it's like it's got this emotional weight about it. Like, come on, Mick. You know what I mean? It's got that, like, come on, you can do it just like your dad did it. You know that vibe. You can do it just like your dad did it back in the day. You know, reinvigorate that Schumacher name. You can do it as well, but it's not really worked out like that, unfortunately. But he might be the Mercedes reserve driver for next season. That's the rumour. And, you know, that's not the worst place to be, is it? In a Mercedes garage in Formula 1. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. So, yeah. And, yeah, Chris likes Latifi. although I imagine that's 99% banter and 1% legit. So, this is it, Alex. Who are we going to support next season? You know, we've got to change allegiance now. I can't be supporting a driver that's doesn't get a go. I'm thinking Gasly at I'm thinking Gasly at Alpine. I back it. I think the two things I'm excited for a lot of things next season, but realistically, Gasly at Alpine, when you get Ocon v Gasly, ooh, that's going to be fire. And the other one is Piastri coming in at McLaren. That's also something very exciting. So I back either of them. Yeah, I wonder how good Piastri's going to be. Imagine if Piastri turns up and he's on it straight away, beating Lando straight away, head to head with Lando. Oh, I'd love it. I would love it. He's innocent. Yeah, it's genuine, isn't it? This Nicky Latifi thing. You've always believed in him, haven't you, Chris? You've always believed in him. Despite all the incidents, all those races where he's 2 seconds off the pace. He got lapped by his teammate a couple of races ago. That was tragic. Verstappen, big no from me. Deadlock just slapping out. Boom! It's a no from me, Verstappen. I really don't like Seb. Why? I mean, I didn't like Seb back in the day. But nowadays, yeah, he's like a hippie on the grid, isn't he? He loves it. Back in the day, Vettel was the enemy. Because I was an Alonso fan 10 years ago. And Vettel was the enemy, you know, so. But no, Vettel, I like it. Anyway, minute and a half to go in Q3. And the bottom 5 then, and about to be knocked out. Vettel, Schumacher, Bottas, Albon, Latifi. So they're desperate to improve. And Vettel is on a flying lap. Like Joe's helmet. Yeah, me too, Carl. Yeah, man. Oh, they're queuing up on the final corner. What the hell is going on? The way that they queue up to start the flying laps is dangerous. It's mental. Next year you rock on. Yeah, I get that. We'll go head to head, Chris. We'll go head to head. Hey, Max, he stole Leclerc's first championship. Well, I suppose you're a big Charles Leclerc fan. Yeah, Max isn't. Max is a big inconvenience if you're a Charles Leclerc fan. Vettel goes 5th. Oh, here we go. The times are going to tumble now. If Vettel going P5, here we go. Latifi goes 14th. I don't think that's going to be good enough. He's safe for now, but how long's that going to last? Zhou Guan Yu goes P9. Oh, my God. I tell you what. Yeah, this track is ramping up. The times are tumbling. Here we go. Go on then, Mick. Go on, let's go, Mick. Bang, P10. He's got a chance. Mick's got a chance at P10 getting through here. I mean, his name's going to tumble down. Stroll only 12th. That's critical. Mick may get through here. Where's Alex going to slot in? Go on then, Alex. Bang. Oh, only 17th for Alex. He's definitely out. Alexander Albon definitely out then. And so is Bottas. Bottas P16. Do you know, Bottas had that massive streak of never being knocked out in Q3. Yeah, that records are in the beer. That's records in the absolute dustbin the last few races. Bottas always getting knocked out now in the bottom. Norris goes P5. So he's definitely safe. Here comes Kevin Magnussen then round the last couple of corners. He's down there P20. Needs to improve. Go on then, Kevin. Bang. P14 only. P14 only. That's a risky one for Kevin Magnussen. I think Mick's safe. Mick's safe. Mick's through easy. P10. Let's go, Mick. He's been dropped, but he don't care. He's on the form. Let's go. Alonso P14. Alonso scraping. Tsunoda goes P10. Oh my God. I think Alonso's just scraped through by the skin of his teeth. Magnussen out. Magnussen out in P16. Gasly. Oh, apologies if the voice is a bit like that. I've got the biggest ulcer in the world on my tongue, and I'm a bit like that. So I apologise. I did the best I can do. But yeah, Magnussen out in 16th, Gasly out in 17th, Bottas out in 18th, Alexander Albon out in 19th, and Nicholas Latifi out in 20th. So we get in. Max Verstappen's a baby. Oh, I know what you mean. Like sometimes his attitude stinks. Yeah, man. Sometimes he does throw the toys out of his pram. Vettel P5. Yeah, easy through. Chris with the unicorns or the fluorescent goats. Why is Vettel ever since he wanted to retire? He's been like, exactly, that's what I'm saying, Deadlock. He's got so much more to give. He's announced his retirement and then he's been absolutely mint. He's been getting top 6s, top 8s. He's been on great form. Second half of the season, Vettel. You know what I mean? I wonder if sometimes when he's at home at night he thinks, have I thrown the towel in too early? You know, if I was Vettel, I'd be thinking, I've still got it here. Still got it, never lose it. No, but I just wonder whether, you know, I think he might have thrown the towel in a year or two too early here. Vettel has been really good. He's ended up P6 in that session. So, yeah, bottom 5 knocked out then. And times will be reset and Q2 will be underway in a few minutes. And then we see who gets through to the top 10. Gasly out. Is Gasly out again? Oh my God. Yeah, Gasly out. Gasly out. I tell you what, Gasly's not been on great form this season, has he really? I mean, I know the car's been, you know, not great. inconsistent, whatever word you want to use. It's not been a great car, has it, the AlphaTauri? But Gasly's not had a... And this is the year that he gets his big breakthrough now. Yeah, I think he had a much better season next season, even relative to the car performance. But yeah, Gasly out again. Zhou out qualifies Bottas again. Yeah. Yeah, Zhou easily through in P9. Bottas out. Zhou has shown good qualifying pace. I think that's the one thing I've been impressed with Zhou. He has shown in qualifying. He's got it. He's got it. What if Vettel wins this race? No, mate. I think that might be a push, Deadlock. It might be a push. I think he'd be happy with a point or two. No, win the race. For Vettel to win the race, the top 6, I mean, the thing is, Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari are in a different category. You know, there's just so much quicker that all 6 of them would have to DNF. You know, he's slightly disappointed that it's like that. You've got the top 3 that are in this league, even though, having said that, Fernando Alonso in the middle of it all in Brazil was really good. Alonso, it was like 2 Mercs, 2 Ferraris, Alonso and the 2 Red Bulls. So it can be broken. That top 6 can be broken if you're an absolute beast. But providing they all finish, it's tough to get anything better than 7th if you're in any other car, you know. It's a tough one. So, you know, Vettel's realistically looking at P7 at best, unless you start getting some drama and someone has to come through from the back, or, you know, you get some unusual scenario. Then you can start, you know, maybe a P6, P5. But yeah, to win the race is, you know, if you're not in one of them top 3 teams, to win the race, you know, it's more chance landing on Mars before Elon Musk. Do you know what I mean? It ain't happening. This is huge with Bottas out in Q1. Oh yeah, it's really close, isn't it, between Aston and... What's the gap? Aston could have a chance to snatch 6th in the constructors. It's only 5 points. Yeah, was it 55 points to 50? Yeah, Alfa Romeo, Haas and AlphaTauri, number 2 drivers into Q1. Yeah, because you've got Tsunoda through. Yeah, you're right. You've got Tsunoda through, Zhou through, Schumacher through. With Magnussen, Gasly, Bottas out, yeah. Turtle look for Vettel. You know what? That'll make all the difference, that. Yeah. Yeah. Save the turtles. He's all about that, isn't he? Oh, right, we're going to get Q2 underway in a minute, I assume. And then we start getting to the real action of... who's really got it? I tell you what, those side pods on the Alpine are so sculpted. It seems to have more detail in than any other car. Yuki Tsunoda just having a nap in the cockpit before Q2, as you do, on a meditation mode. Full zen, full relaxed, going into quali. We're into Q2. So Q2 is underway, by the way. They're starting to come out there now on track. We've got the 2 Mercedes guys coming down the back straight. In fact, that GPS map here is about 5 seconds ahead of the TV. Because Russell's in that chicane now. So yeah, this actual live GPS... He really is live, because Hamilton's down at the loop now, but on there he's already at the end of this. Oh yeah, 5 to 10 seconds quicker. So we'll see what happens during the race. Have a look at the TV. seeing it for an overtake, and they'll be looking at the map going, oh, it's already done the overtake. It's a spoiler. Spoiler alert. Mercedes put first. They've gone out first, yeah. I think they're on a scrub set of soft tyres. Looks like to me. Yeah, Mercedes could do with improving. Yeah, like Ted's saying, only 7th and 8th. Then Q1 with Mercedes. Come on, lads. A Ferrari turned it up for quali. You know, doesn't matter about your practice pace if you just turn the wick up for quali. And everyone forgets about your pace in FP2. Who cares, you know? So Ferrari might be switch it on as we go on board with Lewis Hamilton then. Down the back straight into the chicane. Oh, from 8th down to 2nd gear. F1 esports stuff. You know, Jan Otmir and Brendan Lee and all the gang. They never go below like 4th, 5th gear. They go round like 2nd gear chicanes in like 5th gear. So, point being, it ain't realistic. Because that shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing that on the F1 game, you're going round a 30 mile an hour hairpin in like 5th gear. And that's just so that they can get the traction and all that. But if you don't, it's not. I don't rate it. It's a bit daft, isn't it? It shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, that second to last corner, it's fully flat out. I think when I did it, I was not flat out. Russell goes quicker than Hamilton then by half a second. Russell with a 25.3 benchmark. Is that Toto's son there? A kid in the. Oh, I'm a buffering. Apologies, guys. Alonso said he'll do donuts tomorrow with the race. Yeah, I hope they've both finished the race. Yeah, I hope they do it like 2018. Sorry if it was buffering there. Russell is pole so far. Well, yeah, but the thing is, the times we reset at the end of this session, so it's just about getting through to the top 10 this session. So, but yeah, Russell is setting the pace. But we've only had the 2 Mercedes drivers properly set a lap time in the session so far. 10.5 minutes to go. Apologies if it was if the stream was lagging a bit then a minute ago. Has Vettel gone purple set to 1? Oh yeah. Go on, Seb. Yeah, oh my god, deadlock, yeah. Vettel on pole, imagine. Imagine he did that. That would be incredible. Yeah, that would be one of the highlights of the entire history of the sport. If Vettel slapped it on pole there. No chance. He might get top 8 though. You know, he might get top 8. Yeah. Stroll goes P3 then on 25.9. We're on board with one of the Ferraris. Helmet cam. Charles Leclerc. Oh my god. No way, yeah. Talking about Vettel goes P2 then. 0.3 off. He split the Mercs. Ocon goes P2. Less than 9 minutes to go in Q2. Ferraris are on a lap then. Leclerc in the final sector now. It is currently Russell, Ocon, Vettel, Hamilton. And Alonso goes P5 then in the Alpine. 25.7, 4 tenths off the pace. Here comes Leclerc then round the final corner. What Ferrari got? Bang! P1 by 18 thousandths of a second. Leclerc with a 125.3, and Sainz beats that by 3 tenths. Yeah, Ferrari are coming stronger, and Norris splits the Ferraris then. Norris less than a tenth behind Sainz. P1 and 2. Verstappen's got purple sector 1. And Perez, purple middle sector. We're on board. Max Verstappen then, as he comes round the last couple of corners, is flat out round there. And doesn't even need to take the exit curb. Nicely into the final corner. And then Verstappen across the line. P1 it is by 2 tenths of a second. And Perez beats it by half a second. Hey, I tell you what, it's a good lap from Sergio Perez at 124.4 as opposed to Verstappen's 124.8. Wow, 4.5 tenths. Hey, that's a good lap from, Sergio Perez has done a great lap. Vettel with the turtleneck. Predict bold with Perez win. Yeah, I like that, SHT. Yeah, I rate that. Yeah, Perez, what, likes to flag victory. Pole today, win tomorrow. What do you reckon? Yeah, Perez. What's he got? 2 wins this season. Yeah, what races has Perez won? He won Monaco. He won another one as well, didn't he, Perez? Did Perez win Singapore? Did Perez win Monaco and Singapore, I think? Yeah. SHT knows. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Monaco and Singapore. So, yeah, 3 wins would be a decent season. Nothing on your teammates flipping 14 wins, is it? But I'd like to see Lewis win this, though. I would like to see Lewis win this weekend, just to keep his record going for winning a race in every single season he's competed. Because that record now hangs by a thread. And Mercedes have broken through, you know. They've finally won with this car. The W13 started out absolute dog of a car. And they've taken it to victory. It's taken 21 races to do so, but they've done it. So can they follow it up with a back-to-back win to finish the season? That'd be good. I'd like to see it. But Lewis this time. We are on board with Lewis Hamilton as well. 5.5 minutes to go in Q2. And yeah, it's looking good in the middle sector. His personal best sector 1, sector 2 is Lewis. Seb's on fire. Yeah, Perez. Yeah, Vettel is near to relegation. Yeah, relegation zone. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And here comes Lewis then round the final corner, just correcting the rear of the car, and bang, P2 then splits the Red Bulls. So it's Perez, Hamilton, Verstappen, top 3, and with less than 5 minutes to go, we start to look at the bottom 5 then, which is Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Stroll, Schumacher and Zhou. They're the guys under pressure who need to improve if they want to get through. If Vettel can get to Q3, yeah. Hamilton P2, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, he's still 3.5 tenths off, you know. So that Perez lap time is really strong, yeah. Exactly, SHG. Yeah, it's a really strong one. Here comes Russell to the line then. P4. Wow. They can't compete with Sergio Perez there, can they? It's now Perez, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell. You know, Red Bull, Mercedes. And then Sainz in the Ferrari, 6 tenths off. Norris, quicker than Leclerc. Really? And then we've got Ocon, Vettel, Alonso, 8th, 9th, 10th. Danger zone then. Elimination zone. Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Stroll, Schumacher, Zhou. But they're coming out there now to have one more go with 3.5 minutes remaining. Norris has a similar pace to Ferrari. Yeah, he does. Norris is sort of the standout, really, in amongst it with the Ferraris. Yeah, Lewis can't believe Perez lap time either. Lewis, you're just telling him that 3/10 off Perez's time, and he's like, 3/10? Thinking, I assume he must think he's putting a good lap there, and he's still 3.5 off it. He's thinking, I mean, that's all I've got. That's all I've got. Oh, man. Let's see. Come on then, Mick. I want to see Mick through to Q3. I'd love it, but probably not a big chance of that happening. 2.5 minutes to go in Q2, and they're all starting the final flying laps of the session. Then we're on board Lance Stroll, flat out turn 2, flat out turn 3, then down the hill to turn 4. It used to be a much tighter hairpin that, with a chicane in front of it, but these days it's nice and simple. And now all the way up the back straight towards the chicane. Car in the middle of the track because it narrows towards the end of the straight. Oh, hits the brakes, the 100-meter board. Doesn't touch the curb on the first part of the chicane, but he rides all over it on the second part and nicely over the exit curb. Now, down the second part of the back straight, then as it curves around, he's going to hit the brakes. Whoa! I tell you what, you take that new corner, turn 9, is it? At some kind of speed. They're barely slowing down. And then this newly, much smoother, much easier to drive final sector. It's still off camber though, underneath the hotel. But yeah, it's much quicker, this final sector. Flat out round the second to last corner, taking nice amount of curb. And then round the final corner. Go on then, Lance Stroll across the line. P8. Apparently Leclerc was not happy with the car and slow in practice. Yeah, the Ferrari not been looking at. Vettel goes P5. I tell you what, if Vettel outqualifies the Ferraris, Mick goes P8. Let's go. I mean, whether it's going to be good enough in the end, probably not. But he's currently P8. Yeah, I know. I tell you what, Vettel P5 he's on fire. Zhou Guanyu is out. Zhou is 11th, so he's definitely out. Tsunoda goes P8 then. Ferrari under pressure to improve, I tell you. Here comes Ocon, goes 6th. Oh, he's like 3/100ths of a second slower than Vettel is Ocon. Oh, Ricciardo only 8th. I don't think that's good enough. Alonso goes P9. Oh, they're in trouble. Ricciardo, Alonso in trouble here. Here comes Leclerc. He's got purple sector 1. And Leclerc goes P2 then. That's close. That's a 10th. That's a 10th. But the track's more ramped up. If Perez was to do a lap now, he'd probably go quicker. But yeah, Leclerc with the P2. Sainz has gone P3. Norris P6. I think Alonso's out then. Where's Mick? Has he already crossed the line? Verstappen goes P4. Is that it? Yeah, we're cut to the McLaren. I think Alonso's out. Or is he on one more lap? No, Alonso's out. Schumacher out as well. So, knocked out in Q2 then is Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, and Zhou Guanyu. So that means the top 10 to fight it out for pole position will be Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris, Russell, Vettel, Ocon, and Ricciardo through. Both McLarens through. So we've got both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, both Mercedes, both McLarens, and then we've got the Aston Martin of Vettel and the Alpine of Esteban Ocon. I tell you what, McLaren need the points as well. If McLaren get a handful of points, I tell you what, Sebastian is on some great form. Yeah, Mick out in P13, Chris, dead. GG's. But yeah, Sebastian Vettel is really the standout at the moment with Lando. But both McLarens in Q3 as well, which is decent. How many points did they be? Oh, look at this. That's black juice. What's the gap between McLaren and Alpine? Is it like 15 points or something? Alright, Anto, how we doing? Oh, mate. Oh, has Ricardo got a 3-place grid penalty? For what? Oh, for the thing with Magnussen in Brazil. For that. He did nudge Magnussen, didn't he? Is that what he's got? 3-place grid penalty for the Magnussen nudge in Brazil. So yeah, Ricardo will drop down a few. So Alonso will end up P10 on the grid. Fair play. If Leclerc or Perez get ahead of the other one, exactly, deadlock. Yes, that's right. So they are level, Perez and Leclerc, 290 points apiece. I wish that was for the championship. Yeah, but 290 points apiece it is for... Did Hamilton and Verstappen come into the final race of the season level on points last season? Was it absolutely... Was it neck and neck going into the finale? What a season last season was, man. We don't even realise how good last season was. It was a 10 out of 10 season. I think they come into the last race and tied for the championship. Unbelievable. It's a 1 in a million. It's that season you only get every decade. That kind of season that we had last season. I don't know. I think it was. It was so good. This is the problem. We're coming off this is why this season's been a bit dead, really, because we're coming off a 10 out of 10 season. Even with the controversy and all the mess and everyone calling it fixed and all the mess at the end of last season, it was a 10 out of 10 season. This season, it's been a 3. It's been a 3. That's the problem. That's the problem. Every season can't be a 10 out of 10, can it? So it's been kind of dead, really. Yeah, Equan Pot is crazy that in the SHT for the championship. To come into the final race level on points. It's just... You know, you just don't see this. Like once every decade, that kind of a scenario. In bits. I must have got off early. No, I didn't, Anto. I did not get off early, Anto. I have crawled out of bed onto this chair 5 minutes before qualifying started, Anto. I am not in a good shape. The fact that I'm live right now, Anto, is a mystery to human medical science. Oh, you know. It wasn't an early one, Anto. He has on it. That's the problem, Chris. You know, when you have the same driver win every week, it's just killed it. It has killed it. But anyway, I hope next season, we get a proper battle, and Lewis can come back and really fight. George as well. Can he fight for the championship? Ferrari got to sort himself out management wise. I think Matteo Binotto's got to go. They've got to get a new boss in at Ferrari. Bring back Arriva Bene, I say. They've got to sort themselves out. Because he had a quick car this season, Ferrari. A lot of people say they have the quickest car this season, but it's just been an absolute shambles. Whether it's reliability, strategy, driver error, it's been a mess. So they need to come back a lot stronger next year, Ferrari. Mercedes have now caught up. Are they going to keep the same concept? I've got a see-through head. I said a couple of races ago, I think Mercedes will ditch this jelly mold side pod idea and go with a more of a Red Bull style car. But I don't know, now they've won a race, they might think, let's stick with this concept and see it through. So you never know, they might just stick with it. I think Lewis is dropping now since losing the championship. And no, I don't think he is. I think he's still got it. I think as soon as that but the thing is, what people might start to think that is that George has been so good. I think that's caught a lot of people off. That George has been fantastic. George is going to beat Lewis in the championship, which not a lot of people would have had that. And I don't think that's due to Lewis dropping off, although because he's not had a championship winning car, and maybe has lost a little bit of motivation, but I don't think that's due to Lewis dropping off, just due to George being brilliant. So if Mercedes are quick from the off, if Mercedes arrive quick in Bahrain round 1 next year, they'll both be up there. And it could get spicy at that point. But yeah, Q3 is underway. The pole position shootout. Exactly, deadlock. Yeah, this is it. This season quite boring because it's just exactly deadlock. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just... Yeah, it's been one of those seasons like 2014 but even there the teammates went head to head. It's been like one of those Mercedes years where it was like 2014, 2016, where it's just... I can't wait. In fact, I saw someone put on Twitter the other day, I can't wait until everyone's back to 0 points and we start again. I'm the same. I can't wait. Everyone back on 0 and I'll have another go. Hopefully we get some competition next season. Rumours of Ferrari potentially. Yeah, I've heard about that. Fred Vasseur. Yeah. I think that would be better than Matteo Binotto anyway. Could this pace by Vettel indication potentially? Well, I hope so, SHC, yeah. It'll certainly be interesting. There's a few interesting points for next season as well, like I was saying, Gasly at Alpine, Piastri at McLaren, and, like you just reminded me there, Alonso at Aston Martin. How's that going to go? That'll be really interesting to see. I think they are coming on. They're coming on. I think they're most improved, aren't they, Aston Martin, from the beginning of the season to now? I think Aston Martin are definitely the most improved. They were at the back. They were with Williams at the back first half of the season. And this second half of the season, they're getting points every week. They've improved a lot. Mercedes are Oh, it's the first one out there. So yeah, in this session, I know Mercedes doing their own thing, and Lewis Hamilton crosses the line. Then first lap time of Q3, and Russell comes in just behind him. Yeah, so 8.5 minutes to go. What was saying? Did you? Max will switch if he has to. Or what? Switch positions? He ain't never switching positions. Exactly. We need an actual fight. Exactly. We need rain crashes, holding and scraps. What's holding? What do you mean? But Leclerc beats the two Mercs then. 124.3, 3/10 quicker. And their Sainz beats Leclerc by 62 thousandths. So it's Ferrari 1-2, Mercedes 3-4. And here cut to Sergio Perez in the final sector then. What can he do? Ocon goes P5 on a 25.5, 1.2 off the pace. Nowhere near Esteban Ocon. No, yeah, I'm not sure that was optimal round there for Perez, but into the final corner then. Sergio Perez, what can he do? He's a little bit wide, I think. P2. Oh, that's close between the top three. The top three separated by 0.5 Sainz, Perez, Leclerc. Then Hamilton and Russell both 0.4. 0.4 off it. Here comes Verstappen then. Round the second to last corner. Underneath the car, sparking as it comes, hits the curb on the exit of the final, and goes 0.3 quicker. Wow. Max Verstappen on provisional pole position then, a 123, well, a 123.988, nearly pretty much a 124 dead. 0.3 quicker than Sainz, Perez and Leclerc. A full 0.7 quicker than Hamilton and Russell. They need to improve. Obviously. Ferrari's looking strong now, yeah. Ferrari coming on strong now. Top 10 is Ham, Verstappen, Russell. I don't think Mercedes has got that kind of pace. I think Mercedes are staring down the barrel of a 5th and 6th on the grid here. Ferrari have come on in quali. No, why Perez? I know. Well, Verstappen's come out with the lap when it matters. But yeah, Alex has gone for Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Vettel. You mean? Holding cars up. Oh yeah, chaotic one that, Chris. Ferrari looking strong. Yeah, Max said he'd do it for Red Bulls to get 1 and 2. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see Verstappen ever giving up position, really, to his teammate or anyone else. Well, yeah, this is Sebastian Vettel's final lap in qualifying in F1. Can't believe that. I've watched every single race of his career, which is mad. I have seen every single race of Sebastian Vettel's Formula 1 career. And here we are for the last ever one. He's been the highlight of qualifying. Yeah, he is been the highlight of it, definitely. 5th and 6th where Mercedes should be. They probably end up 5th and 6th, yeah. We'll see what Lewis and George can do. But they've got to improve by like 0.4 just to get in amongst the Ferrari and Red Bulls at the front. Which is a tall order. Vettel's looking... It's not looking a horrible lap from Vettel here. He's coming now under the hotel in the final sector. Go on then, Seb. What can you do? Oh, he's close to that wall on the exit. Come on then. Round the final corner. Go on then, Seb. P7. Okay. A second off the pace then, Sebastian Vettel in P7. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo then in the middle sector. Down the back straight. DRS wide open. Can they do any better than 9th and 10th McLaren today? Yeah, Vettel P7. But what can you expect? What can you expect him to do in the Aston? He's not going to be slapping on the front row, is he? There's a limit to it. Ricciardo around the final corner and across the line, P8. So Vettel quicker than Ricciardo by, not by a lot, by less than a tenth between Vettel and Ricciardo, P7 and 8. Replay on board with Carlos Sainz in the final corner then. And he lose the rear end a little bit. Oh, and he's gone too wide. Has Sainz's lap been deleted then? He's gone too wide on the exit. Qualifying. He is in the Aston Martin. Exactly, SHC. That's what I mean. There's a limit to it. We expect, I was watching Vettel go around then, expecting him to go bang, third or something. Come on, I have to just remind myself, there's a limit to this. He is in the Aston Martin. P7, he'll P7's a great result, really. But he is faster than Ricciardo, yeah, so get in. Vettel's in the slowest car, top 10. He's P7. No, it's not the slowest car anymore. I mean, maybe it was in those first 3 or 4 races. Maybe you'd have an argument, yeah. But no, it's not the slowest car anymore. But it's probably, it's probably the 6th fastest car. I think I'd rather be in the Alpine and McLaren, wouldn't you? Rather the Aston. So if he beats McLaren and Alpine, he's outperforming the car definitely. But we'll see. We'll see what they can do. Yeah, it's probably 6th fastest car. Would you rather be in the Aston or the Alfa Romeo? I think the Aston's better in it. Yeah, I think the 6th quickest. Which to be in the top 7. Is he's doing very well. Vettel minimum of P9. Yeah, minute to go in Q3. Here we go then. This is it. All boils down to this. And give you a look to Vettel, yeah. 2 moons. What can Ferrari do now? This is it. Less than a minute to go in Q3 for pole position. Leclerc, personal best, first and middle sector, but are they going to challenge Verstappen here? Has Verstappen got this sewn up? Leclerc comes under the hotel then. Final couple of corners. Come on then, Charles. What have you got? Round the final corner he comes then. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. He's 4th at the moment. Goes to 2nd. Leclerc goes P2 then with a purple final sector. Okay, great final sector from Leclerc. Ocon goes P7, so Ocon beats Vettel. Norris beats Vettel as well, and Ocon. Norris goes 7th then. And next across the line is Sainz. Stays P3. I think he improved, but stays 3rd for now, Sainz. And here comes Max Verstappen then. Can he improve? And wobbling around the line, final corner. Here comes Verstappen to the line. He improves at 23.8. What can Perez do? P2, Red Bull front row at the moment then. What, 24 flat, 2/10. Hamilton quickest first sector. Go on then, Lewis. Round the final corner then. Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. Go on. Oh, he couldn't improve. He couldn't move. Only 5th and 6th for Mercedes. Hamilton improved but couldn't beat the Ferraris and Red Bulls. That's it then. Verstappen, Perez, they line up 2 by 2 like Noah's Ark. It's Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, and then Norris, Ocon, Vettel, Ricciardo. That is the top 10. It's 2 by 2 they line up in Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. Oh my God, a Red Bull 1-2. Wow. Leclerc was close, but not close enough. Sainz P4, Hamilton P5, Russell P6. In the end, it was Red Bull from Ferrari, from Mercedes. Then Norris with the P7, Ocon P8 in the Alpine. Vettel quicker than Ricciardo. Vettel getting that P9, Ricciardo P10. That's it, guys. Quali for Abu Dhabi and the final qualifying session of the season done. Yeah. Ricciardo. Oh yeah, Ricciardo will drop down. Like you're saying, with the grid penalty, so it'd be Alonso 10th and Tsunoda 11th, Schumacher 12th. Schumacher 12th's not that bad, is it? He might scrape a point. Probably how the race will end. Yeah. Dead season, Carl, isn't it? No, I'm only joking. It's been amazing. Join me for an amazing Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh my god. What? Is someone like... Oh wait, am I... Hate you, Perez. Nah, you don't need to hate nobody. The only driver I didn't like was Nico Rosberg, and he retired about 6 years ago, so I'm cool. Right, Mick sitting in lucky 13. Yeah, but you'll move up to 12th, because I think Ricciardo's going to drop down 3 places. But that's it. Verstappen, Perez, front row. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Right. Right, I'm going. That's it, guys. Do drop me a like if you have enjoyed it. That's qualifying done for 2022. Join me for the race tomorrow. Starts at 1 PM UK time. I'll be live at 12:30. Well, yeah, I'll be live at 12:30. And we'll do a little bit of a preview, go through some of the results. Well, go through all the results of the season so far. And, do a bit of a build-up to the final race of the season. But yeah, that's it, guys. Drop me a like I say. Subscribe if you're into Formula 1. We'll do the final race, and then we'll be back a lot stronger for next season. Yeah, we'll come back kicking, and we'll have better graphics and better audio and stuff, because I know this microphone can't handle it when I get too loud and stuff. And we'll invest. We'll come back stronger next March. But yeah, thanks all for joining me. Be live one more time for the 2022 season tomorrow. It's 12:30 for the race starting at 1. It's a Red Bull front row. See you tomorrow, guys. Cheers, Chris. Laters. Oh okay. No, that's not right. That, let me get that off the screen. Bang, bang, bang. No, wrong one. Next stream's a race. 12:30 tomorrow. Join me. See you later, guys.